friends, happy Friday. Welcome back. How are you? I am fine. It is finally Friday. It is also a weigh-in day, so I will talk about that at first for the ones who don't want to stay throughout, and I'm just going to then talk about whatever comes up, what I'm working on and stuff like that. So like I said, today is weigh-in Friday, and I am down 1.5, no, 1.3, and that makes sense. I started the recommitment of doing it the end of August. I've lost 9.5 pounds, but the overall total is 36.5 pounds. So, yay. So I am really pleased with that. But I contribute it all to weighing my foods, measuring, walking the treadmill 5 days a week. 5 days, yeah. Taking the weekends off. Being up on my feet more, getting more steps in during the day, because on top of the walking on the treadmill for 25 minutes, I am getting close to like 5,000 steps a day. So today I did walk the treadmill, and I did 27 minutes. I'm going to try to slowly work my way up to the 30 minutes, but you know, I'm not pushing it. 27, the extra 2 minutes was just like enough. That got me back in the chair. But other than that, I feel really good, and yeah. So I hope that you've done well on your journey, and congratulations to anyone who has lost this week. And for the ones that haven't lost, or maybe it's not doing it like they like to, give yourself some grace and forgive yourself, and then when you're ready to come back to totally throw yourself into it, you will. Sometimes we just need a break. Sometimes. I've been there, done that. The weight I am at now, I went and looked back in my tracker. I have not been since 2023. And I've been doing Weight Watchers since then, and paying for them to watch me maintain, basically. I can see it went up a few pounds and goes down a few pounds, and up and down over the last 2 years, up to where I started gaining back up towards within 20 pounds of my highest weight that I was at. So I had to get things kicked in the butt. But anyways, so new week, new set of points and everything. Oh, and Weight Watcher on my app today, it has updated, and it has a new look for the restaurants on there. And there was something on there about virtual workshops, and they had listed like 3 of them. I clicked on one because I paid $10 a month, or $10.30 a month, but with tax and everything it's like $11. And it said that, of course, my $10 a month was not giving me the workshops, but they had this offer. For $10 a month, I could have the workshops with my $10 a month. So it was like too good to be true, but I did it. You know, my old plan would have ran out in January. So I did do it. So I have the $10 a month starting today, and for 12 months, and I get the workshops. So yay. Hopefully that is true. I haven't looked to see, because I decided to come in here and chit chat with y'all, and Jerry went outside to rake some leaves because it's like 50 degrees out, and I just finished lunch, Hey, Mr. Simba. Hey, Mr. Simba. He's standing at the doorway looking at me. And so here we are. So this morning I was watching this gal, a crochet person who is a designer, and she was saying, giving her top 10 things to crochet in November. And of course they were her patterns. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, oh, the headbands, the girls like those headbands. She had a pattern for that, and they're free. And then she had a couple of what she called beanie hats, but the double thick rolled brim. And there was one that I decided that I'm going to do for the grandsons. I might do it for Isaac and Kevin too, because it doesn't have a pom-pom up on top, and I'm not for sure all guys like pom-poms. Some probably do. So I decided I was going to raid my stash and see what I had, go shopping at my store, and because it's a number 4 weight US H hook, and the size that I am doing is a medium, which is supposed to fit a head circumference of, I think it was 20 was the head circumference, and all these guys except for Isaac is a 23. So the medium, when it was done, it would be an inch less than what the original head circumference, it was 22 head circumference, and it would be back down to the 21 by the time I did it. So I did her gauge swatch, which was the simplest gauge swatch I've ever done. I mean, it was only 7 stitches for 6 rows, and you did a single crochet in the back loop, and then it just needed to be a 2x2, and I'm telling you, it came right out. She suggested Brava worsted and something else, and I had some blue in the Brava worsted, and what I'll do is everything's out by my area. So any crafts I talk about, I'll try to take pictures to insert as I'm talking about it, because I'm not for sure on the color on this. Is just a blue, and it's yarn I've had from hats I made several years ago. So I will do that, and then I will look for a color for the other 3. So right now I am on the brim part, and if you ever crocheted a hat that has a rolled up brim, you have to crochet so many, and then you have to get the ridges, you do a single crochet in the back loop or double crochet, however they do it. This one's single crochet, but this one I have to do for 60 rounds, so it will be about like this wide, and I have to make it long to 60, and then I will, because I've done them enough, that you just hook it together, and then it's a really simple stitch pattern, because it looked like it was half double crochets and half double crochets 2 together. So I started that for him, and I will go, like I said, I'll go through all my worsted yarns and stuff like that. I've got some grays. I think the gray would be okay for Kevin. I do have a black. I'll probably do a black. I don't like doing black, but I'll probably do a black for Riker, or I will ask what his favorite color is and see if I have it. Our son usually, his favorite color is green, but I'll just see what I have, but I'll just see how the first one comes out. So I started that as I was recuperating from walking for 27 minutes. And then Jerry came home. He had left to go buy some more wood for those gifts. There is a gentleman that has a barn full of slabs of wood. And so Jerry went there. He got some maple and he got some walnut. And he got the maple, I think it was the maple, that has this black detail lines through it. And that's what he made our cookbook stand out of. And I'll try to take a video of that so you can see the black lines, because it looks really pretty in it. And I can't remember what it was called, but he looked it up to say what it was called, and that black line, it just mystifies me how nature is. It is basically fungus that is starting to decay into the tree. And then when they cut the tree and they run it through whatever they do, you know, to make it safe and everything. He told me what it's called. I'll have to ask him and then put it down. It stops it and it's safe, but it makes it this black squiggly, however, and it's gorgeous. It's just mystifying how nature does that. And you look at it and you're like, boy, I really like that. And it's fungus. Oh, the kiln, that was it. When they run it through the kiln, and then it kills all of that fungal and all that stuff. So, but it looks so pretty. So he got some of that, and so now, like I said, he wanted to go outside and rake the yard, and because tomorrow's supposed to even be warmer than today. So last night I crocheted on that mosaic blanket. It's getting big. I can't even fit it in to the camera here. And so I was doing that, and then this morning I was knitting on the one pair of socks for our son. And if I can get those socks done, then I'll have to decide about if anybody else gets socks, because it's too close to Christmas. I should have started doing socks way before now and putting them in there in a box with their name on it. So, but other than that, it's not been too much. Last night, I have to tell you a funny story. Last night, about 10:30, well, it's 10:15, I hear this commotion out in the kitchen, and, you know, and we have a orange cat who likes to jump up on counters and stuff. And, in fact, one night I heard Jerry holler at him. He was up on top of the refrigerator. There's nothing up there, but he was up there. So I hollered out, I said, "Is that you?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Okay." So I didn't think too much about it. And then he was feeding the cats. Now, we don't feed the cats their wet food until we go to bed. And I thought, well, that's strange. The cats haven't been asking for it, and he's feeding them already. Well, you know. Next thing I know, he walks into the sunroom. He turns off my Eden Pure heater and turns off the lights for the trees and everything. I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, it's almost 11:30. I says, "Jerry, it is almost 10:30. He goes, "It is not." And he looked at the clock. I said, "It's almost 10:30. He goes, "It is 11:30. And I says, "Jerry," and he looked at that clock and he goes, "Oh, it's only 10:30. Oh, well, I guess I can go set my butt back down for a little bit, because usually we don't go to bed until 11:30. So I got up, and I noticed he had turned off all the lights of the Christmas and everything, and he had the dishwasher going, and the cats were eating, and I said, "If you want to go to bed, we'll go to bed." So I just turned off the TV. And we went to bed. Well, needless to say, I didn't go to sleep until 11:30 or a little bit later. I don't think he went to sleep that early either. And, yeah. But the man thought it was 11:30. It's because his clock, when he winds it, he sets that, you know, main hand not right on the hour. It's in between. So it almost looks like it's the next hour. It's just, we just had to laugh about it. We still got up about 8:30, but Simba woke us up about 4:30 for food, and Jerry got up and fed him because he, as he's getting out of bed, he goes, I know you cats don't know that, you know, that's an hour or two early because we fed you an hour earlier. And today they have just been wanting wet food. They've been crying. So what we, on those days, they do eat their dry food. But on days like today where they're crying all the time for wet food, we open up a small can. And normally they would share that small can. But instead of each getting half of the can, they each get a quarter of it. So they'll end up having 4, you know, things out of it, and it seems to satisfy them. And sometimes they can go until we fed them lunch about 2, and like just like that amount. Now Simba's of course pacing and everything because, you know, his dad is gone and I'm in here, and Nala is out sleeping. So sometimes it works to where then they don't want anything until about until bedtime. So, but yeah, kind of like us humans. Some days we're hungry and some days we're not. But anyways, no special plans this weekend that I know of. Since it's going to be nice, I know he'll want to finish working outside. And you know, I'll just have household stuff to do in here. I am still sewing on that second Christmas jelly roll rug, and I am down to this much left to do. And this one is just taking me forever. The other one I liked, and I liked seeing all the different whimsical stuff, and this has all been muted browns and stuff and reds, and I'm just like, ugh. It's going to be really pretty when it's done though. So and then of course, like I said, I took a break and started crocheting on that hat, and you know, I got so many projects, and it's just like, you know, that squirrel moment. It's like, okay, I started on a pair of socks for him, and then I started on a pair of socks for our son, thinking, okay, I'll work on those 2, and I'm still doing the mosaic crochet blanket, so I work on that a certain time. And then my sister's prayer shawl, you know, I've been working on that in between, and now I'm starting on a hat and the jelly roll rug. Anybody else do that? Oh my goodness. But that's what keeps it interesting, and that's what keeps things going, doesn't it? Because maybe I'm getting bored with it and I need to throw something else in, or I need something that I know is going to get done quickly. And sometimes a hat you can get done, you know, if I sit out there and just crochet in the morning, I bet you I could get that hat done in a day. And sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes. So other than that, I think I'm going to let you guys go, and I will not be on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be back Monday, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff for you, interesting stuff. Maybe I'll have this rug done, maybe. But I just can't believe how fast this month is just blowing by, how this is already the 14th. And you know, if you think about it, what's that? Christmas is, let's see, December 14th, and Christmas is on the, you know, Christmas is on a Thursday this year, and it just seems like it is blowing by. And pretty soon the snow is going to fly here, and it's going to hit, and it's going to stay. And then it's just like after the holidays are done and over with, And then you're sitting there going, anyways, I do. It's like, because I've been crafting and making for everybody. And all of a sudden I get into a funk of, what do? I don't have anybody to make for. But I know my friend Shar last year, because we're busy in the summer with our gardens and canning and all the stuff that the summer brings, what she did is in the winter months, she actually she found stuff that she was going to do for her family, and she did it in the winter months. So she had crocheted, I think, 3 blankets for this year Christmas. And I'm trying to think of she did some cross-stitching things, and, so I guess I could do stuff like that, if I know in advance. But I never know in advance what I'm going to do for my family. That's the thing. But there's always someone that is doing a make-along, whether it is in quilting or knitting or crocheting. There's always something. And that helps too. And I just like doing it, so... But anyways, I'm going to let you go. I think I will sit in here and sew on this jelly roll rug a little bit while he's outside. And then when I get tired of sitting here, because it does ache my back a little bit, then I'll go out and I will crochet on that hat. Try to get that rim done, and then see what the day brings or afternoon brings, and have a relaxing weekend. Every day's relaxing here since we're retired, so. But anyways, thanks again, my friends, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope that you are doing well, whether it is weight loss related or life in general. I hope that you always find the joy in everything, and when times get so tough, that you can find something to be grateful for. As the meme has once said, I think Sandy has it on hers, even if it means you gotta put your glasses on to search for it. Because there's always something to be thankful for. We can be thankful for our family, our kids, our grandkids, our lives, our fur babies, our homes, friends. There's always something to be thankful for. Our good Lord above, especially. So, until we can meet up again, my friends, thanks for stopping by, and have a great weekend. And come join me back again on Monday. See you soon.